Hello everyone, today I'm talking about things I'm not buying in 2024. If one of your goals for this year is to save money, declutter, or live a more meaningful life, then this video is for you. If this is something that you have also thought about, I'd love for you to leave a comment below sharing what you are not buying this year. If this is a new concept to you, then I'm quite honored to be the first one to introduce it to you because I'm definitely not the first one to make this kind of video. First, let's talk about the why. I believe it's always important to understand and really think about why we make the choices that we do and why we believe the things that we believe. I make this list for a variety of reasons. 1, to save money. 2, to lessen my environmental impact. And 3, to live a simpler life. Less distracted by the things money can buy and more focused on the important things it can't. Thus, by listing out the things I'm not buying, I can create a sort of antithesis to the never-ending shopping and wish lists, constantly making demands on my time and wallet. I'm making decisions ahead of time, making decisions, goals, and priorities in hopes that it will discourage me from being enticed by flashy marketing encouraging impulsivity. Also, as of late, I've been trying to adopt a more minimalist lifestyle, and I just always find these videos interesting, so I thought I'd make one of my own. This video is meant to be inspiration, not judgment. Maybe it can motivate you to think about the ways that you spend your money. I'm simply sharing the things I've determined that I can live without, at least for this year. I hope at the end of this year to make another video sharing things I won't buy next year in 2025, and then reflecting a little bit on how I did with this list this year. If you've never seen one of these videos, I'll just give a quick explanation. This isn't just a list of everything I won't buy because I already have it. For example, I'm not going to say I'm not going to buy a refrigerator because I already have one. Well, duh. This is sort of an aspirational list and a goal. There might be some things on this list that will be harder to avoid buying, and that's the goal, to make some of it a bit of a challenge to really, as I mentioned, cut back on spending, cut back on my environmental impact, and just forget about things that really don't matter in the grand scheme of life. And that's why I put them on the list, to make it a goal. The first 18 things on this list are, like I mentioned, goals, things I really don't want to spend my money on. But the last 12 are things I already don't spend money on and I haven't really bought in a long time. And I'm just sharing them to add further inspiration. Without further ado, let's just jump right in. I know this has been a long intro, longer than normal. Number 1, anything else for this apartment. I don't want to buy any furniture, any gadgets, any kitchen tools, any towels, nothing. I don't want to buy anything else for this apartment. And that's because this year might bring a lot of changes. We might be moving, and I'm not talking just moving across town, I'm talking about moving countries. So I don't think there's anything else we need here. I think I'm content for the next few months, however long we're here, Lord knows. But yes, Lord willing, we'll be moving, and I don't want to buy anything else for this space while I'm not sure how long we'll be here. Number 2, impulse purchases. Now, I'm defining impulse purchases as something I buy the first time I see it or the first time I hear about it, or anything I didn't know existed before that moment. Whether I'm seeing a cool gadget in a store or in a video, I want to force myself, if it's something I really like, to add it to a wish list and then think about it for, if you're just starting on this journey, maybe think about it for at least a day or at least a week. But for me, I try to think about it for a month or two before I go back and check in on myself, like, do I really need this? And actually, I don't even check on my wish list regularly. I only really go to it if I'm adding something else, and then I'll see something else that I added before, and I realize, oh, I've totally forgotten about that. I don't actually want this that bad. Number 3, replacements of items I still haven't used up. When I moved here 3 years ago, I brought a lot of things, and one of those things was conditioners, and I am still using those conditioners that I brought here 3 years ago. That's ridiculous. So I'm not buying anything else unless I'm almost to the end of what I'm currently using. Number 4 kind of goes along with this, and it is duplicates or extras of things that I really can only use one of at a time. For example, an extra claw clip or an extra belt. This one I'm struggling with because there are more colors of belts I want, but I really don't need them. There are sunglasses or another sunglass case or another phone case. Purses, bags, maybe you have one big purse and one smaller one. I have one of each right now. I'm happy with that. I really don't need another one. Perfume, nail clippers. I'm sure you can add to the list even more, but there's so many things where you can really only use one of them at a time. I know lots of these things, like clothes, shoes. Obviously, you kind of need more than one for different occasions, but a bigger ticket item like perfumes, belts, those can get expensive. I really want to avoid buying things like that. Obviously, if something breaks, if my sunglasses break, then I'll buy another pair, but I'm going to try to avoid these duplicates. Number 5, anything from Temu or Shein or really just any of those fast fashion companies or companies that sell things at prices that seem a little too good to be true, because if they seem too good to be true, then it probably is, especially for someone down the line who's making those products. I want to eventually cut out all fast fashion, but it's kind of hard to know where to draw the line because a lot of companies, you feel like they're not fast fashion, but they really have the same practices as these cheaper companies. For example, like I don't want to shop at places like Forever 21 and H&M, but the shirt I got there and I've worn it for several years, so it's been good for me. But the problems with Temu and Shein and the like range from ethical sourcing, labor scandals, climate impact to potential security concerns. Personally, I just don't feel good about my money going towards all that mess. Number 6 is subscription services. I don't have any subscriptions except to the gym, if you count that. It's kind of like a membership, but membership subscriptions, there's kind of a fine line between them. So that's the only regular charge on my account. So I want to continue to not have any subscriptions. The one subscription that I did have before was Curology, but I canceled that this past year because they don't ship here anyways, so it just wasn't worth it. Duolingo had a 60% off sale recently, like an end of the year sale, but I didn't give in. I will be fine watching the ads. I don't even watch them. I do something else. Number 7 sort of has 2 parts. One, special occasion clothing, or just clothing that I can't wear for more than 2 occasions. For example, if I have these different events in my life, like going to the gym, going to work, being at home, going to church, and I can't wear something for more than 2 of those, like going to the gym and staying home, or going to church and going out, or going to work, or going out somewhere, then I really don't need to purchase it because that's not a versatile piece of clothing. It's not going to get much use, and I could probably focus my attention elsewhere. Special occasion clothing is actually something I'm struggling with right now because I do have a special occasion coming up this year, but it's not for me. It's not about me. So I really just realized I'm an adult now. Like I don't have to buy all these things. Like in high school, I felt like I had to buy like a homecoming dress and prom and then a graduation dress, another one for college, and I just don't have all these things in my life really. Like, yeah, there's that wedding, like maybe once or twice a year that I go to, but I'm pretty sure I'll be okay and everyone else will be okay if I just have my same 2 dresses that I alternate between for the different events. I don't need to buy another one. I have 2 beautiful, probably more dresses that are perfectly suitable, and I can just wear those. Also, I'm not changing sizes or anything that would warrant a new purchase, so it really doesn't make sense to fill up with all these things that can only get worn once or twice. Just need to learn to be a proud outfit repeater. Number 8, kind of going along with that, is workout clothing. I think I have enough. 4 pairs of leggings that I need for each day of the week. I always have extras. I go 5 times a week. I have 5 pairs of leggings, and I have another few pairs that I could wear if for some reason I didn't do laundry. Definitely have enough t-shirts, and I have tank tops and shorts and things like that back in the States. And even though some of my stuff is getting kind of old, like I think I have 2 pairs of leggings that I actually got in high school, so that's going on 10 years, if not past 10 years old. They could be replaced, but they still work. I think they'll last another year and I don't need to replace them. Funny story, just yesterday I got an email from my bank of all places saying, rev up the year with new fitness gear. I was like, my bank? Like, do you not want my money anymore? Number 9, cosmetic or salon appointments. After I went through the whole getting engaged and married phase, I stopped getting my nails done and really have not had any need to since then. And although I like having my nails painted, I just haven't done it. Like I can't keep up with it. And then the salons here don't make appointments. You just have to wait forever for there to be an opening, and yeah, it's just not something I want to do. And I cut my own hair, I don't dye it, don't do any special treatments or anything. And I think it saves me a lot of money. Number 10 is air fresheners. Recently I learned my lesson about this. Growing up, my mom never used anything that was scented or meant to just fill the air with these artificial scents. And I understand why now because I actually learned the lesson the hard way. I bought one of those things, it's like a bowl fresh or whatever, you put it in the toilet bowl. And every time I was in the bathroom, I felt like I was gonna be sick because the smell was just so potent and so chemical. And I decided, you know what, this isn't even worth it. It didn't even last that long. So that was the first and last time I bought one of those. This year, I will not buy any more. I have one little air freshener spray, but it was a gift. I don't really buy those things. These kind of products can also have negative health and environmental impacts, so not worth it for me. Number 11 is luggage. Now, I've been very grateful to have been gifted a lot of the luggage that I do have, and really I just don't need any more. I think every year from about 2019 to 2021 or 22, I got one new piece of luggage, and there's a purpose behind that. I wanted to have 2 big suitcases for me, 2 for my husband when we eventually move back. I accomplished that purpose, and I have a carry-on as well. I don't think we need any more. Number 12, now we're starting to get into a little bit more specific, maybe more random things. Number 12 is high heels. Back in high school, I used to have several high heels options that I would wear for a church or other events, as I mentioned, dances. But as I started walking more, especially in university and then living in Honduras and here and then Dominican Republic, I just am walking too much to wear them. Even back when I was living one block from my church, when I have to walk that block in high heels, it was terrible and I'd still get blisters. It's just not worth it for me. They've really just faded out of my life to the point where I don't have any high heels here with me. Would rather be comfortable than be suffering. That renders it completely pointless for me to purchase any more pairs. Number 13 is a swimsuit. I already have at least 2 swimsuits here, like 2 sets, and then at least 2 more back in the US, or like 2 tops, maybe I can put with the bottoms I have here. But I don't need any more. I don't actually go to the beach or go swimming that often. And it's nice to have 2 to have one drying while you wear one the next day if you're going to the beach on back-to-back days, but you don't really need more than that. I think I got 1 piece every year for the past 2 years, but I don't need any more. I think they'll last for another year at least, hopefully. Number 14 is shower caps. I stopped using a shower cap this past year, even though I was quite a regular user of one. I don't wash my hair every time I shower, and I shower every day, if not more than once a day here in this heat. So I was using one frequently, and I still don't wash my hair every single day. But the shower cap I had was just getting stretched out, and I always wear a headband under it so it would kind of seal it in. But even then, my hair would still get wet, like the roots here, and I just didn't find that it was worth it to purchase again. So I just threw that one out, and I haven't replaced it. I have these headbands though. What I ended up doing is just using this headband and then tucking my hair in so that it's all covered, and if I just don't put my head under the water, then it won't really get wet. Obviously, I recognize that not everyone with every kind of hair type can use this trick, but I'm just saying it worked for me. Again, this list is for inspiration. Number 15 is nail polish. I already have a collection, but I'm never painting my nails. I just find it difficult to keep up with, and it starts to chip in 2 days. I'm not really that good at it. When I do it, it just looks bad. I'm sure I could try to learn, but for me, it's just something that's not important right now. So it doesn't make sense to buy anymore. Number 16 is chapstick. I think I have 1 open one. No, 2 open ones, but 1 is like pretty much out, but I'm still using it. 2 open ones and 2 unopened ones. And I think that'll last me for the year. As I mentioned before, I need to get through these ones before I buy a new one. Number 17 is makeup items such as eyeliner, bronzer, blush, possibly even eyeshadow, and other ones that really I don't use. I don't wear that much makeup to start with. I recently decluttered my already small collection of makeup and really just found that I've used those products maybe once in the past 2 years. I've recently purchased a few makeup items that help me achieve a very minimal look. I don't think I'll be looking to add anything for a while. So I'm not ruling out all makeup, but just things that are too heavy for me. Eyeliner doesn't look good on me. Blush I don't even really need. My cheeks are already naturally pink. And all the things like bronzer, concealer, and I don't even know what else are just too much. Number 18 is microphones. Obviously, I'm using one right now. This one was new, I bought last year. And there was another one I bought earlier in the year. That one ended up breaking. And then another one, as a household, we bought it. And that's for my husband and his use. We work with a lot of audio in this household. So 3 microphones were purchased in 2023. I don't think we need to buy any more in 2024. So we finished the 18 things that I'm planning not to buy, maybe I bought before, but now we're moving on to things I really haven't bought for a while, and I just want to share to inspire you. First, they kind of go together. Soda, alcohol, and coffee. I don't drink them. I have no reason to buy them. Number 4, aluminum foil. Can't say I'll always give it up, but here I haven't done a lot of baking or really had much use for it, but I can see how possibly in the future I might want to buy it again. Number 5, kind of going along with that, is plastic wrap. I just use reusable wraps and that works for me. Number 6, paper napkins. I'll admit to taking an extra at a restaurant or my husband will bring a couple home from work and we use them, but I'm not gonna go out and buy them because we do buy paper towels and that works just as well. I really don't see the need for both. Number 7 is plasticware, paper cups, paper plates, and other single-use disposable hosting items. We're not really big hosting people. The few times we have had people over, it's been a small enough number that the plates and cups that we do have suffice. Number 8 is home decor. I don't have a lot of decorations in this house, and I've been fine without it. I do have a few things that were gifts, and the one thing that we did actually buy was, without knowing we bought it, we have this gold centerpiece for the table, and we didn't realize it was included in the price for the table and chair set until they were delivering all of that. And it was just like, oh, here's this decoration. Okay, I guess we bought that. And then later we saw it on the receipt. But if you're trying to cut down on spending and save up for this big move, then I think I can live without that for this year. Number 9 is holiday specific decor or seasonal decor. I'm very proud of myself for making it through the holiday season without buying anything. The only decoration we do have is this little sled right here, which was part of a gift from a student, and that's about it. And I think I can keep this up for another year. I mean, in the future, can't say this will always be true, but for another year, I think it can survive without seasonal decorations that you just have to store for most of the year. Number 10 is name brand things just for the sake of the name brand. For example, I'll wear Nike shoes because they're comfortable and I like the style, but I won't go out of my way to purchase from a specific brand to just wear the logo, especially the loud logos. I don't really like that, and it's not really my style, and I could care less about if it's a famous brand or it makes me look high status or something. I really don't care. Number 11 is travel souvenirs. I don't really travel that much, to be honest. I don't really see need to buy anything when I'm out traveling. Sometimes I'll take a little rock from wherever I travel to, but I'm honestly thinking about decluttering that little rock collection because I don't remember where all the rocks are from. So we'll see about that. And our last one, number 12, this one is for the ladies. So men, you can just skip to the end or click out. Thanks for watching. Okay, they're gone. Well, the last one is period products. I don't buy any tampons or pads anymore. All I'm gonna say is 2 words: flex disc. It changed my life. I'll link it below so you can learn more about it and see all the reviews for other people whose lives it's changed. But since I bought this in November 2022, I haven't purchased any period products. I actually did have a large stockpile of tampons here, but I actually gifted them to someone else because I really don't use them, and I was happy to gift them to someone else because those things are expensive and it adds up. So I'm very happy that I can save money on this and just also reduce all the things I need. It's great for the environment and great for your wallet. It's a win all around. So with that, we have reached the 30 things I'm not buying. A couple of them were kind of, or in general, so I'm sure it's more than 30, but thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this, it's been a long video, and I really do appreciate you watching. Leave me a comment below of what you're not buying this year, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.